Okay guys, it is 4:44 in the morning, still dark outside, and we're gonna hit the road. So let's go. About a 3-hour drive ahead of us, so get an early start. Sunrise should be coming up here in a bit, so we'll try to capture that on a time lapse. All right. Life is a journey. What path will we take? What will we look back on? How will we move forward? We determine our own destination. What roads we take and how we will get there.
If you guys can please, if somebody's got an extra roll chart holder, Troy D. Herrera needs one.
How you doing?
Great. 5 roll charts, 3 for the day, 2 for tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want to keep the extra.
And just like that, we are off. But many ask, why do we ride? Reason number 1, passion. A sport that gets your blood racing. This is not a hobby or a need, it's a lifestyle. We travel to every corner of life thinking and breathing motorcycle. Riding makes us achieve the impossible mile, path, and terrain. Reason number 2, freedom. Riding gives you freedom. You are in total control of the moment. You are not just riding, you are flying. There are no set limits that stop you. It lets you be you, without anyone's permission. Like a child who is always restricted to his space. But as soon as they got out on their bicycle, it's the moment of freedom. Breaking those chains and flying through the streets. Do you remember? Reason number 3, friendship. Riding is the one thing that keeps friends together, and it will till the end of time. We can still take time from our busy schedules for a breakfast ride, a night ride, or an overnight road trip. You can always find someone to ride, and this is something that you will see only in this community. The bond of friendship grows deeper when it's associated through a motorcycle. Reason number 4, fun. There's a lot of entertainment filled within the mechanics of your machine. We can pull those amazing wheelies with just a snap of the throttle. You can fly through the air on those dirt-formed humps, or you can kiss the road on those paved curves. Motorcycles can bring the best out of you. We all agree to the fact that motorcycles are just fun to ride. Reason number 5, brotherhood. Growing up, I never had many siblings, so I never really understood the bond of brotherhood. When I started riding motorcycles, that gave me a deeper understanding of this bond. Motorcyclists are always there to help each other at any given point in time. Brotherhood gives you perspective about what is important in life, further enhancing everything you learn when growing up. When you are part of a brotherhood, you learn from fellow men about how a man should lead, prepare, and advance in life. We are brothers. Are we staying here? This is it. You want me to park it? Let's turn it off, and I'll put it where it goes.
You have fun today?
Tired. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Tired.
Tired?
Yeah, we were.
Oh shit. It's fucked up. Dude, my shit is fucking dirty.
Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire.
So, I might lose you. I'm going into the mountain. Alright, I'll call you when I get service. So what have I learned? I've learned that no matter what group you ride in, there is always these personality types. Here are my findings. I found that there are usually 6 personality types. I will list these in no specific order. The captain. This rider is usually in charge of logistics, planning routes, and organizing refueling stops. The captain sets the pace. All riders fall in line and will follow the captain down any road. He is an experienced rider who organizes and marshals the motorcycle group on the trail. As youngsters, these riders were hanging out in the garage with their parents, wrenching on motorcycles. But most of them just got on 2 wheels as soon as they were old enough. The captain trusts himself, and the group trusts him. There is no other rider that would overlap with this rider. The gearhead. From head to toe, this rider has each and every bit of riding gear and tool. You name it, and he has it. He carries every bit of gear possible and is ready for any situation. A few riders consider their cash, card, and mobile phone to be their emergency roadside repair pack. But this kind of rider carries the coolest scaled down toolkit you've ever seen, packed into the littlest space you could find on a motorcycle. Most riders are always nervous to ride down any abandoned highway, with the fear of breakdowns. While this rider is prepared for just about anything, whether it be a clutch cable failure, tire blowouts, annoying rattling noise, a gas tank leak, and so on. Speaking from experience, this is the guy who will save you on the trail. Extender. As the name, these type of riders will ride at their own pace. They have a threshold riding limit set in their own mind. They make others wait, making the whole trip extend hours beyond. However, every group needs this type of rider. They tame the fast riders and reduce speeds that would not require the 5th or 6th gear on a gearbox. You must embrace and admire these riders. They set balance to the force. The unconditional. The unconditional riders are the toughest ones in the crowd. These riders will jump on their bike no matter the weather, time of day, or road conditions. Basically, if the bike has fuel in the tank, it will be ridden. This is a pretty dedicated and die-hard rider. This rider could break a bone or pull a muscle. However, they would be unfazed and still saddle back up and ride. These are one of the toughest breeds and only make up a small percentage of personality types. The DIY guy. This type of rider loves his bike and rebuilt it from the ground up. Much like his father, he would not have seen the face of the mechanic and knows that there cannot be a better mechanic than himself. Changing oil is one thing, yet this is the kind of rider who who will not just revamp their own forks or rebuild their own engine when needed. You can find them hidden in the group. They usually are quiet and not engaging in conversation, but they keep the passion for motorcycles alive, as shown in their riding ability. The Lifer. The Lifer has been riding motorcycles from a very young age. Lifers have a way of rubbing off on people. Usually these guys have a military background or work in law enforcement. The Lifer believes a motorcycle can go into any place if it's ridden by a talented rider. These personality types would prefer to ride solo to accomplish their own set of targets as per their own itinerary rather than waiting for the rest. Riding in extreme conditions and temperatures is child play for these riders. Snowfall, hailstorms, sideways rain, or scorching heat. The Lifer may pull over if he can't see, or he will keep riding with the same rhythm, as if everything is just normal. As the day comes to an end and we reach our final destination. The weekend felt like an eternity, but yet it was so short. I must admit, the dream of riding across country and living out of a backpack that once fueled our soul is starting to slowly fade away. With families, jobs, and day-to-day life, we must settle for being weekend warriors. I, myself, am okay with that. Are you? So as the trail comes to an end, and we all part our ways, I could hear a voice in the distance. Vaya con Dios, mis amigos, hasta la próxima. Stay safe on the trails.
Thanks. It's kind of hot in there, isn't it? It's pretty black.
It is a little sooty.